somehow got convinced to give up his VCR for these new kind of VCRs. He's still using a video cassette recorder. I'm trying to tell him there's TiVo and DVR.
But he wouldn't have to have anything.
He won't let me do it, and now he misses his old VCR. He wants me to go on eBay and find it for him because the new ones are too complicated and it doesn't work right. And I said, Dad, I'll show you how easy it is. So then I gave him a demonstration of TiVo. Don't ask what that was like. Now, Dad, I'm going to watch, let's say, 60 Minutes. All right. Watch what I do. I can set this up for you. Okay. I go, I'm going to hit a button. Guide. Right. Now, find 60 Minutes. Easy enough. We know what time it's on. Go to the guide. 2 seconds. Boom, guide. Now you see the record button. I'm going to press record, 60 Minutes. That's it. Boy, this is state-of-the-art you have. State-of-the-art. I go, now I'm going to put this in your house. No, I don't want this. I'm not ready for this.
You're going to have to force it on.
See if you can find that old VCR.
Oh, my God.
And so I said, I'm going to just force it on them. And my mother goes, no, don't force it on your father. He'll yell at me. Oh. I go, well, so let him yell at you. You can't hear him anyway.
Right. What difference does it make?
Right. Oh, it's unfucking believable.
Oh, that's too funny. But he will love it if he's forced to use it. Because
of course.
It's so easy.
I know. He doesn't. He's afraid of it. He's afraid. It's like them with the with the answering machine.
Yeah, but you gotta force it on him because he can't. He wouldn't even have to deal with tape.
I told him. He goes, "What is it recorded on?" I go, "Dad, what do you give a shit what it's recorded on? It's going to be in there."
That's right. It's there.
But what if I want to watch it upstairs? I go, "It'll come through on every TV." But I don't want that. What do you mean you don't want that? I couldn't even understand what the hell he said. I don't want that because I watch downstairs. I take the tape downstairs. I go, yeah, but if you want to watch it in bed, you can watch it in bed. I don't want that.
Oh, my God.
He just, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
You got to put it in there and just leave.
It's hard, I got to break into their house. I got to break into their house.
That's right, and give them something.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So anyway, the Artie saga I didn't even get to. So... Yeah. Over vacation in Mexico, I read Artie's book, and it fucking hit me like a ton of bricks. I went, oh, my God.
Like, what's in there that hit you?
Did you read it?
No, I was...
You have to read it.
Yeah, I was meditating in the desert.
What hit me...
You wouldn't be meditating if you read it.
Yeah, what hit me was, Fred read it. Benji, did you read it?
They should have called the book... The title of his book should have been Ticking Time Bomb.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway...
That's what it should be called.
You know, I've heard every one of those stories on the air that he said, but somehow when he puts it all in writing and in a book and it's all like one after another, I went, I said to Beth, I think, I didn't realize, call me crazy, La La Land, or in denial. I said, I didn't realize just how fucked up Artie is.
Oh.
I mean, I really didn't, Robin.
Oh, come on, Howard.
No, I really did not.
I consider you an intelligent man.
Like, part of me thought it was like...
A shtick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he's able to come here and be at work and pretty much. Well, come on, pretty much.
And he's a comedian, and, comedians have a tendency to take things and blow them up.
Right.
You're acting like he comes in here well-dressed, shaven. He just barely makes it.
You know what, Robin? Whatever it was, I'm telling you, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, wow. Like, when you read this book, you go, Jesus Christ, Artie's really fucked up. Like, really fucked up. I love the guy. I love him. But, man, he really needs help. And, so I guess there were rumblings. I had been contacted by some guy who I didn't even know wanted me to come do a intervention with Artie and all this stuff. Yeah, and I was like, look, A, I don't know you. B, here's the thing with Artie.
You were actually talking to this guy.
No, through Gary.
Okay.
Here's the thing with Artie. I don't have a problem with Artie. The weird thing is...
You don't have any stories to tell Artie that you've messed up.
No. The weird thing about Artie for me is Artie does a great job here. And, my encounters with Artie are he shows up, he does his job, he's a delight to work with.
All you could say is sometimes I look over and you're not there.
Yeah. And that's okay, too, because Artie and I have had an understanding from the beginning that, there'd be times where, he said to me in the beginning, there would be times that I have things I need to get done, and I'm going to need time to do them, and I said, that's fine with me, because the balance works out somehow. You somehow will work it out. And it's been fine. I don't have a problem with Artie. I look at Artie and I see his weight's up. I know Artie struggles with drugs and alcohol. All that is horrible, but I don't have a problem with him. He does what he is hired to do. And but I know many people in his life have been having problems with him, and I'm sympathetic to that. But
so
I think those people
participate in the intervention.
No,
is what you're saying.
I'm thinking. Well, first of all, that's like if Ham Hands Bill called me and said, "Hey, let's have an intervention for Artie," and said, let's. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, who is this person?
It's not like his sister called me or his mother called. It was like some guy calls me who's some new guy in Artie's. I don't know. Maybe he wants to. Maybe he wants to hang out with Howard Stern. Yeah. I don't know. It's always some guy. So
you don't know who it is.
I know who it is, but I'm not going to get into it. Right. I'll tell you off the air.
All right.
Some things I tell you off the air.
But it was somebody who knows Artie.
Barely, I guess. So, yeah, it was like, well, why don't I get together with Marianne from Brooklyn? And,
without giving it away, just exactly how does he know Artie?
It doesn't matter. But whatever it was, I don't know what his guy.
Gotcha.
So, he's inviting me to a party with Artie. I'm going to show up. Artie won't even be there.
For all you know, you show up and the guy rolls you.
Yeah. So... And by the way, I didn't even know what the hell we were doing an intervention for, because as far as I know...
You didn't know there was a reason.
I don't have a reason. At the intervention, I'd be praising him. I'd be sitting there going, hey, Artie, you're doing a good job as far as I'm concerned.
Whenever I hear intervention anymore, I think of that scene in The Sopranos where all the guys try to do an intervention with Christopher. Right.
And then they just punch him?
Yeah, they just beat him.
There's your intervention. So anyway... so I always hear rumblings of things are going on with Artie and this and that, but I don't know. I'm just, despite listening to us on the radio, the time that Artie and I get together, or Robin and I get together, we get together on the show.
But you don't look at him?
Yeah, he looks terrible. I mean, he's fat. I mean, but,
well, he's not just fat, Howard.
Oh, really? What else is wrong with him?
Oh, my goodness. He's sad.
Oh,
There's this overwhelming... aura of sadness.
Oh, really? I don't pick that up.
That surrounds Artie as soon as the mics go off.
I'm too busy staring at Fred, honestly.
Should be looking over at the sad
guy. You don't see any sadness there? All right, well. In fact, everyone in this room is pretty sad. You know what I mean? Benji, I mean, take a look at him. Is there happiness?
True.
Right.
That's true. You look around this room, you would...
and I'm a bundle of joy.
Cry.
Yeah, so forgive me for not noticing sadness.
I don't know, but after reading Artie's book, it's like we're amateurs.
Well, yeah, reading Artie's book...
I finally am not the most fucked up person here.
Reading about his suicide attempt. I mean, it's just horrible. It's one horrible thing after another. And I said, gee, when I get back, I'm going to talk to Artie. After I read the book, I said, I'm going to talk to Artie and just say, I read your book. I even called him and left him messages. And I read your book, and it was brilliant and funny and also just so sad. And I even left him a message. I didn't really understand the extent of your problems. And, if there's anything I can do, or, I really, that's how bad I felt. So anyway... I get a call from Fafafui about a week ago, and Fafafui informs me that Artie has checked in to a very intensive rehab, and that this is what was required. I guess Stacy, his sister, had sat down with him, and I think Colin Quinn had sat down with him.
Wow.
And that was by the way, that was the entire intervention. It was Stacy and Colin.
Yeah, it was just Stacy and Colin, which is great. And that makes sense to me, because Stacy is his sister.
Well, Stacy is his sister.
And she knows him. And Colin is good.
Is that good a friend of his?
Colin's a real good friend of his.
I didn't realize they were that close.
Yeah. So, okay, that made sense to me. And they sat down, they had a talk with Artie, and I guess Artie decided to check into this quote-unquote intensive rehab.
I wonder what was going on that...
I don't know. That's a whole other thing. But evidently there was a lot of shenanigans. So the word I get from Gary is that this is great, intensive rehab, but Gary and I are both very happy.
Yes.
And I said, that's great. I said, Gary, I just read Artie's book. I said, you tell Stacy, tell Artie. If I hear from them, I would tell them that Artie should take as much time. I'm really glad he's in a rehab. This is something great. If he needs more time, tell him to take it. We'll certainly carry on and wait for him to get better. I was very thrilled. And evidently, according to Gary, at this point, the word he got, this rehab Artie was even getting wheatgrass enemas and
I gotta go there.
daily therapy. Well, wait, daily therapy. And according to what we hear, Artie's been sober, and he even,
well,
whatever.
If he's in rehab, he's got to be sober, right?
Yeah. It's good. All right. I'm trying to recall everything for you.
Okay,
all right.
It'd be terrible if he's in rehab and you're still using.
So then I get a message from Artie at the start of the weekend. Hey, Alan.
This weekend?
Yeah. So, Artie, just want you to know, I know you heard from the grapevine, I'm in rehab. I gotta tell you, I never felt better in my life. Now I'm paraphrasing, he goes, I got in there. I'm sober now 12 days.
Just 12 days he's got.
Right.
I knew it.
Okay, all right. Okay, but this is good, right? He goes, I feel better than I've ever felt. I think I got the heroin thing beaten.
Oh, forget it.
Listen. I'm just telling you what he said. This is 12 days in rehab. He goes, I lost 20 pounds.
Nice.
And I'm even getting wheatgrass enemas. He's very into it. He goes, I got a lot of funny stories on the air, and it's going great, and I'm getting some color. I've been out in the sun. I feel good, and I'm telling you, I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. And I'll be back. I'm going to miss Monday and Tuesday, and I'll be back Wednesday.
No.
Yeah, wait.
Is that enough enemas for him?
Wait. So I'm saying to myself, what kind of rehab has he created? He says, but he loves the therapist at the rehab, but the therapist is going to recommend somebody here, and he really is going to be in intensive therapy, and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Sure.
So, I called him back. I got his cell phone, and I said, that is great news. If you need even more time at the rehab, you take it.
You should have said, I won't take you back. Stay there.
I said, this is terrific. And I read your book, and I really think this is a great thing. The book's great, and you're great, and I'm proud of you, and all that. So then I called Gary to report the good news to Gary, because Gary's very concerned.
Of course.
We talk about it all the time. So I go, Gary, I just got a message. He goes, it's all bullshit. I go, what? I said, I just got a message. He goes, it's all bullshit.
What does that
Gary
mean?
goes, it's all bullshit. So I
He
go,
hasn't even heard you yet.
Right. I go, Gary, you didn't hear me yet. What's bullshit? He goes, I know what you're talking about. Artie, rehab, it's all bullshit.
He's not in rehab?
Oh, I go, well, what's the bullshit? He goes, you know where he is right now? He's on a boat in Miami with Ross. I go, what?
That's how bad an addict he is.
Wait a second. Wait. So I go, Gary, what are you talking about? I go, no, Artie was just on the phone to me. He's in rehab. He goes, first of all, I found out it's not even a rehab. I go, what is it?
It's a spa.
It's a spa. Remember Colin went to fat camp?
Yes.
So he said...
In the Philippines.
So the best, I guess, they could get... Artie was no way going to rehab.
Oh, my God.
So he went down to this fat camp and...
Hung out on the beach.
He was supposed to... No, well, evidently they do have some... But there's no real drug addicts. Like, there might be one or two drug addicts there.
They say it's more of a... I wouldn't call it a rehab. It's more of a detox.
Detox.
Yeah, but detox is
like what
different.
you do.
Yeah, that's not a detox for an addict.
Right. So...
Good Lord. He could have come with me.
So meanwhile, he's missing 2 days of work this week.
Because he's at a spa.
But he's not even at the spa. He checked into the Setai in Miami and he's not there now. I think he's back at the spa. But he spent the weekend in Miami with Ross.
Jeez.
You are kidding me.
That's the word I'm getting.
Here's how I knew.
What is wrong
Robin,
with all of you people?
Me? What are you doing, all of you people? What's wrong with him?
Here's how I knew there were issues.
And why isn't he at work then?
Because he's rehabbing.
If he's rehabbing, rehab.
He's
don't
doing
go to
his own version.
Don't go to Miami.
That's it, part of it, but we included a trip to Miami.
I mean, what the fuck?
If I could design my rehab, that's the way it'd be.
And then I'm getting word that Artie's so bad that I think there were two guys going down there that were supposed to keep their eye on Artie. We hear they were partying in Miami with Artie. But I don't know if he's partying.
Wait a minute. He's hiring people now to watch him.
No, it was just some other guys who were going down there.
There were people that were in with Artie that that Stacey was trying to get to keep an eye on Artie, and instead they went with Artie.
Oh my
He corrupted
God.
their.
But Robin, okay, listen to this.
corrupted their detox.
Yeah, he's really getting good now.
Listen to this timeline. I get a voicemail from Artie